anyone who is thinking about getting tested, I definitely encourage it. It's something that, if had you asked me 4 years ago, do you feel like you're at risk for HIV? Even though I identified as someone who was gay, it wasn't something that I ever would have thought I could have been at risk for. I was taking the test because I knew I was supposed to take the test, but I didn't think it was something that could affect me. And I meet so many people all the time, my age, and that don't think that they're at risk. And so I guess, truthfully, it's really just the image that HIV can affect anyone. I've met people of all ages and shapes and sizes and races that are living with this disease every day, and it's really not something you can escape. So, if you get a test and it can be scary finding out, but my life wouldn't be as healthy and as normal as it would right now had I not known, or had I waited to find out my status until I was too sick to do anything about it.
If someone was thinking about getting tested, I would tell them, yes, you're going to feel a little bit worried, but you're going to feel worried because you probably put yourself into a situation that put you at risk of contracting HIV. I used to always think it was people just being afraid of seeing the doctor or having a needle stuck into them, but I think it's their subconscious thinking, wow, I did do something that put me at risk for contracting HIV. So they're finally admitting to themselves that they just need to go and get tested. For me, finding out so early was probably the best thing, because now I have control of the disease, and I'm healthier now than I was before, except for the HIV virus. But I'm taking care of myself. I knew I had to go on medication at a certain time. You see a doctor on a routine basis. So again, it's something that if you find out early, you'll be able to take care of it and live that life you want to live.
My advice to anyone who is thinking about being tested and hasn't decided to be tested, my advice is this: get tested. Get tested often, because you never know. This is my commodity. This is my body. And we want to make sure that we have, if it were me, well, me being HIV positive, but because this is the only body we have, we need to take care of it. And we need to make it last as long as we can. So get tested, and get tested often.
What I would say to someone who's thinking about getting tested, because I was there, of course I knew I needed to get tested, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to know. I think a lot of people don't really want to know, because then they have to deal with it. And as long as they don't know, then they don't have to deal with it. But what they don't realize is that early intervention, early detection is is saving a lot of people's lives.
For anybody who's in a small town or a rural area looking to get tested, I say it's important to do that. It's everywhere, it's non-discriminating, and it's probably in your town more than you know, and you should definitely get tested.
I think anybody that doesn't want to know, I think the reasoning behind it, I'm not a mental health counselor, but I think part of the reasoning of not wanting to know is because they would have to look at themselves and say, I did something wrong. They would have to judge themselves. So I think it's just putting themselves in the mindset. It's not about judging yourself or somebody else because of it. It's by keeping yourself alive, for one, and protecting other people around you in the process. I think anybody that wanders around and says, I don't want to know because then I have to change my lifestyle. Well, if you do end up positive, maybe there is an issue with your lifestyle that does need to be changed.
I would say to someone who is thinking about getting tested is look at your sexual practices. What are you doing now? Why do you think you need to be tested? Or are you just concerned and considered about yourself enough to get tested and be comfortable in knowing that you're not positive? So absolutely get tested. Get tested on a regular basis, because it's a level of comfort. It goes above and beyond just knowing if you're HIV positive. It's the way you live, It's the comfort level you have with your own lifestyle. It's one less thing you have to worry about.
I would encourage them to go forward and get tested for a variety of different reasons. There are a number of benefits to knowing your serostatus, to knowing your particular overall health in general, and that includes your HIV status, and that would allow individuals to take control of their own health, to respect themselves as well as to respect others, because I think the two go hand in hand. Once you do respect yourself, you're able to respect others, and that's definitely something that individuals need to be aware of, especially when it comes to this disease.